This is Blugold News Now, your spot for current events, campus news, and everything in between. Now live from Tower Studio, it's BNN with your hosts, Elizabeth Lindahl and Samantha Burnett.
Good evening, I'm Samantha Burnett.
And I'm Elizabeth Lindahl.
Coming up tonight, a new initiative in downtown Eau Claire.
A race ready to paint campus green.
And your weekly recap of Blugold sports on BNN Blitz.
But first, demolition is set to begin on UWEC's campus soon. The Wisconsin State Building Commission's approving statewide projects across several UW campuses. Construction will be occurring on UW Stout, UW Milwaukee, and UW Eau Claire campuses. UW Stout will be seeing construction and remodels to their communications technology classrooms and on the exterior of several buildings. UW Milwaukee will lose their old chemistry building, which will be turned into a campus green space. On UWEC's campus, 4 buildings will be demolished. These buildings are Zorneria, Brewer Hall, Campus School, and Kaiser Theater. The plan is to turn this area into a campus green space as well. The project is slated to be completed by August of 2026. You know, Sam, I'm actually really excited for a new green space on campus. I feel like we don't have one besides the Labyrinth outside of Davies, and I would really like to see more for outdoor studying.
Yeah, it'll be nice. It'll definitely be a really weird change because I'll still be here at that point, but it'll be really weird to see just like that open space, but I think it will be nice for sure. Yeah. This April, the Viennese Ball is celebrating 50 years. In preparation for the ball, the university is hosting 3 sets of dance workshops. At these workshops, students and community members can brush up or develop their ballroom dancing skills to prepare for the ball. The workshops will be hosted by David and Karen Goggin, who are longtime Viennese Ball supporters. The Goggins also own the Goggin Ballroom Dance Studio here in Eau Claire. The workshops will take place on Monday, March 10th, 24th, and 31st in various Ojibwe ballrooms in Davies. The doors for the workshops open at 6 p.m. and will have 3 different levels to the workshops. They will start with level 1 beginner workshop, move to level 2 intermediate, and then ending with a final practice for both beginning and intermediate levels. These tickets cost $25 for students and $40 for the public. Participants are also required to purchase tickets to the Viennese Ball. If you're interested in attending either the workshop or the Viennese Ball itself, you can go to uwec.universitytickets.com to find and purchase the tickets.
Well, coming up after the break, a new musical being created by a UWEC student.
And a look into how downtown Eau Claire is changing.
Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Evan Claymar, and I host Sounds of the Valley at UWEC's TV10 station. If you're anything like me, you love live music. Well, on my show, I take the live music and I give it to you. I take the finest musical talent from the Chippewa Valley area, and I bring it directly to your screen. So if that sounds interesting, check it out at mytv10.uwec.edu or on our YouTube channel at UWEC TV10.
UWEC students are always looking for ways to apply their in-class learning to real-world experiences.
BNN reporter Cora Lederer has the story on how one student is creating their own musical.
A UWEC student has been working to make their dream into a reality. Joel Nelson, a sophomore at UWEC, has created their own musical with the help of the UWEC Theater Collective. The show is made completely student-run and made possible through the collaborative efforts of various students, faculty, and the UWEC Theater Department. Work on this production began a year and a half ago when Nelson decided to put their theater ideas on paper. The musical is titled The Burrow and revolves around a theme of navigating through change and learning to grow in uncertainty. This past Monday, a workshop on the musical took place in Riverside Theater located in Haas. The point of the event was to make changes to the script and give feedback on what works and what needs to be altered. Once the script and music are finalized, Nelson hopes to create an original soundtrack and post it to Spotify. Nelson hopes to encourage others and take action and turn their dreams into reality. He advises that as long as you trust in yourself and your creative taste, you will find what you need to grow and succeed.
I would say my favorite or most rewarding part of it has been, for about a year and a half, I've only heard these songs as like a MIDI file, or I've heard it as something that comes off of software that I use to compose music. And for the first time during this workshop, I've heard a pianist play it and a singer sing the lyrics that I wrote and all that music. And it doesn't sound like a robot. It sounds like music being performed. And that's a really cool experience to see something that's only been in your mind for over a year now to actually come to life in a way that is very different from than you're used to.
This is only the beginning of the creative process. Nelson hopes to hold auditions for the musical in the fall and debut the show in the 2025 to 2026 school year. Additional information will be available at next semester's UWEC Theater Showcase. For BNN, I'm Cora Ledwer. Back to you, Sam and Elizabeth.
Thanks, Cora.
You know, I think it's actually a really creative idea that a student is creating their own musical. That's something that you really don't hear often.
Yeah, and I think it's just really great that they have that opportunity and the help and the resource here on campus to make that possible.
Yeah. This Saturday, March 8th, is the annual Shamrock Shuffle here on UWEC's campus. The shuffle is a walk or run 5K. The route runs down the hill, across the footbridge, along the Chippewa River, and up Claremont to the finish line at McPhee. Organizers say that the event is perfect for runners of all abilities since the shuffle is not timed. Families are also encouraged to run or walk together since the course has been designed for strollers and dogs as well. If you are feeling competitive, there will be a race clock at the finish line. Runners or walkers must register ahead of time, either online at UWEC's website or in person the day of the race from 9 a.m. until race start at 10 a.m. Participants are encouraged to wear green, and race shirts are available on a first-come, first-served basis.
Last fall, the city proposed the Street Ambassador Program, a 2-year-long initiative that would work with downtown businesses and people experiencing homelessness. According to WKOW, the Street Ambassador Program started this week with the city working alongside Block by Block, a company specializing in hospitality from downtown spaces. City Council did approve the 2-year funding of $200,000 from remaining federal ARPA funding. With this program, new workers will be on the streets cleaning up graffiti and trash and working to establish relationships with small businesses and people facing homelessness. These workers will be out in the city Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. You know, we've talked about different initiatives that the city is taking, and I think it's just really nice to see how much the city cares about helping its residents and helping those who are less fortunate and who are struggling with homelessness. It's such an important thing, and it's nice to see how much the city cares.
Yeah, and downtown Eau Claire is such a beautiful area that it's going to be really great to see it kind of restored to that beauty and also see other people getting to experience it as, oh, wow.
Yes, for sure.
Well, BNN will be right back after this break.
Stick around for your weather forecast and an update on Blugold Sports on BNN Blitz.
B5.
Well, I got a 7, so +2.
This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, we should probably read the directions next time.
Probably. You know what does make sense? Game show. Hi, I'm Abe.
And I'm Somerset.
We're the host of the game show.
If you want to see us play more games like this, or Jeopardy!
Or The Price is Right.
Check us out on mytv10.uwec.edu.
And if you ever want to be in one of our episodes, make sure to scan the QR code somewhere on the screen. Peace.
Thank you, Sam and Elizabeth. Good evening. I'm Evan Rosnick with your weather report tonight. Well, it seems like we may have been a little bit deceived after all. Just as we thought we might be getting into spring, we got hit with another winter storm. Don't worry, things might be getting a little nicer from here. Looking at today, there's been a decent amount of snow with about 3 inches in the past 24 hours. We had a high of 31 degrees and a low of 15 degrees, with an average temperature of around 28 degrees. Looking forward into the week, you should only expect a few more days in the 20s and 30s before we get to nicer weather. On Friday, we'll have a high of 36 degrees and a low of 22 degrees, and on Saturday, we'll have a high of 44 degrees and a low of 27 degrees, with mostly cloudy weather. Sunday is the day of UWEC's Culture Fest, which takes place in Davies from noon to 4 p.m. You can expect to see partly cloudy weather with a high of 51 degrees and a low of 29 degrees for that event. Please check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. On Monday, we'll be breaking into the 90s with a high of 62 degrees and a low of 36 degrees, seeing mostly sunny weather. Tuesday, we'll bring it back down to the 50s with a high of 57 degrees and a low of 33 degrees. And Wednesday will cool off just a little bit more with a high of 55 degrees and a low of 30 degrees with mostly cloudy weather. Taking a look around the region here, the Chippewa Valley is keeping consistent with the average at 28 degrees. Lake City, Minnesota is 1 degree warmer at 29 degrees, and Red Wing is warmer than that at 30 degrees. Bloomington is also 30 degrees right now, and the city of Minneapolis matches the Chippewa Valley at a temperature of 28 degrees. That's all for this week. Tune in next week to see if we'll finally get our early spring or if Puxatawny Phil will continue his witchcraft and give us a few more weeks of winter. With your BNN weather, I'm Evan Rosnick. Back to you, Elizabeth and Sam.
Thanks, Evan. BNN Blitz is back this week with more Blugold sports updates.
Over to you, David and Eli.
Welcome to BNN Blitz. I'm David Abel.
And I'm Eli Bennis with your weekly recap of Blugold sports action.
Lexi Schultz from the Blugold softball team was given the honor of WIAC Player of the Week by an anonymous vote of head coaches this past week. Schultz delivered a standout week for the Blugolds, picking up 2 wins and maintaining a 1.17 ER, landing her a place on the all-tournament team for the NFCA Leadoff Classic. Over 12 innings of work, she only allowed 2 runs, striking out 8, acting as a crucial part in her team's tournament success, ending with a record of 5-1 during her showing. Congratulations to Lexi Schultz on the well-deserved recognition.
For the second year in a row, men's wrestling took 3rd place at the NCAA Upper Midwest Regional February 28th and March 1st in Minneapolis, Minnesota. 3 Blugolds are headed to the NCAA Championships with Ian Peppel, Zach Sato, and Jared Stricker all heading to Rhode Island March 14th and 15th to compete in the championships. Stricker continued his undefeated season at regionals, sweeping the 174-pound weight class, defeating Augsburg's Seth Gatesinger with a 93 decision in the first-place match. With the win, Stricker set the WIAC record for career wins with 162. Stricker will compete in the NCAA Championships for the 4th time and will look to defend his national title crown from last year, while also heading to the tournament with a perfect 39-0 record on the year. Peppel and Sato fell short of winning their weight class, but were able to win their 3rd place matches, sending them to the NCAA Championships. This will be Sato's 3rd appearance in the championships and Peppel's 1st. Alongside the 3 wrestlers heading to the NCAA Championships, all 10 Blugold wrestlers placed. Blugold's final tally was 144.5 points, which fell short of UW La Crosse's 192.5 and Augsburg's 186 points. Good luck to Ian Peppel, Zach Sato, and Jared Stricker on their championship run.
The Blugold hockey teams are making waves in the WIAC tournaments, with both the men's and women's team securing spots in their respective WIAC championship games. The men's hockey team secured their place in the WIAC championship with a dramatic victory over UW Stevens Point. After splitting the first 2 games in the series, the Blugolds triumphed in a thrilling minigame that extended in triple overtime. Senior Kyle Alexiuk delivered the game-winning goal on a penalty shot, sending the Blugolds into celebration and securing their 4th consecutive appearance in the WIAC championship game. The team will face UW River Falls in the Commissioner's Cup final on Saturday, March 8th in Hobbs Ice Arena, with hopes of earning their first NCAA tournament berth since 2020. On the women's side, the UW Blugolds dominated UW Stevens Point in the WIAC semifinals, winning both games of the series. The team showcased their offensive prowess with an 8-2 victory in the 2nd game, highlighted by goals from Quinn Hartmetz, Jernalesh, and Lauren Bollinger. With this win, the Blugolds advanced to the WIAC Championship to face UW River Falls in the O'Brien Championship for the 9th consecutive season on Saturday, March 8th.
UW Eau Claire men's diver Blake Wallen is headed to the NCAA Championships for a 2nd year in a row. On February 28th and March 1st, Wallen competed in the NCAA Division III Diving Championships at Denison University in Granville, Ohio. In the 3-meter dive, Wallen placed 4th with a score of 450.35. This performance was an improvement for Wallen as he had a score of 428.95 at the diving championships last year. In the 1-meter dive, he finished in 4th place as well, scoring 442.60, which beat his score from last year 1-meter dive of 429.15. Wallen was the WIAC champion in the 3-meter dive at the WIAC championships on February 22nd and will look to finish out strong at the NCAA championships March 20th through the 23rd in Greensboro, North Carolina.
That's all for the world of Blugold sports. I'm David Abel.
And I'm Eli Bennis. Back to you, Sam and Elizabeth.
Hi, I'm Leo and I host Home Screen at TV10. Every other week, I bring you the best gaming content, reviews, news, and video game clips. If you're a gamer, this show is made for you. Tune in at mytv10.uwec.edu or on our YouTube channel, UWEC TV10.
Welcome back to Behind the Spotlight, our new post show.
This past Sunday was the Oscars, and we have some of our favorite outfits from the evening, so let's take a look. So we pulled just some of these stunning outfits. Starting off right here in the middle, the lower middle, we have Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa from the Mark and Kelly Show. I just love it when couples get to walk red carpets together and everything. And then we also have Robert Downey Jr. and his wife, which Robert Downey Jr. is coming out with a new Marvel movie.
Yes.
And he's going to be back in the Avengers universe playing Dr. Victor Von Doom in Avengers Doomsday.
Yes, I'm not sure how I feel about that. I will say I recently got into Marvel, like, last year, but I think it'll be really weird with the fact that he played Iron Man for so long, died as that, and now he's coming back as this new character, and I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be battling against Spider-Man or Tom Holland, who he was very close with as Iron Man. So I think it'll be really weird to see that and just see it on screen, you know?
Yeah, I think it's just going to be kind of a weird combination. And I also really am excited to see what Marvel is going to do to kind of bring him back into the universe.
Yeah.
See if it's like, I was Iron Man and then I died, now I'm back as Dr. Von Doom, or if I'm, a whole other character.
Yeah, especially since he was so prominent as Iron Man.
He was everyone's favorite.
Yes.
You know? So then, let's take a little peek at our pink and green witches over here, Miss Glinda and Alphaba. Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo both came out absolutely stunning in their, respective colors.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the bow on Cynthia's dress is just everything to me. But then they also did a costume change and they opened up the Oscars with this absolutely stunning, like, Wizard of Oz themed.
Yes.
I
did see
medley.
that after we talked. It was really nice.
And I loved the little touch on the back of Ariana's dress. She had a ruby red slipper sticking out of it.
Oh, cute.
And I mean, the fact too, not only did they sing Wicked live while they were filming it, but then when they sang it at the Oscars, they sang Defying Gravity together and it sounded exactly the same, which is so phenomenal. And I love getting to hear about it. And then we have two other very unique dresses. In my opinion, these two were the most unique dresses. I can't remember. You added that one. Whoopi Goldberg had this really fun, chic, kind of colorful dress. And then, I mean, the feathers on the other one is just fabulous. I cannot remember her name for the life of me right now. So sorry. And then Rachel Ziegler up in the top middle.
Yes.
She's been having a year.
For sure, yes. With the new ballad, well, I don't remember how new, but the Ballad of Songbird and Snakes, that was a huge movie.
Yes.
I'd say it still is. Any Hunger Games movie, in my opinion, is a big movie. But I know you and I were talking about the live-action Snow White movie that she's in.
Yes.
And that's supposed to finally be coming out sometime this month, actually. It was originally supposed to come out, I think, last year. It's 2025. So it was supposed to come out last March, but it got delayed. And I remember around the time that the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes came out that I was seeing a lot of hate that she was getting from all of her interviews and just everything with the movie, which was really interesting to see.
Yeah, I think Disney has been doing a really great job with these live action movies overall. And they've just been bringing back these characters that we love so much from our childhood. And coming from a perspective of someone who loves, like, the Snow Whites, the Sleeping Beauties, the Cinderellas, now seeing them in live action is a whole other concept.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I still really admire the work that they do. And based on the trailer, because the movie comes out at the end of this month, she looks incredible. The dwarves are adorable. I think it's going to be a really great movie.
Yeah.
So then, of course, bringing it back to Marvel, we have Andrew Garfield.
Yes. Best
When
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
My opinion.
Tom Holland's slightly better, but that's okay. Agree to disagree. I mean, he never doesn't stun.
No.
In an outfit. Always. And then finally, to kind of wrap up our, second to last outfit is Nessa Rose from the Wicked movie, who is Wisconsin's very own. And I think that her just red ensemble with the red shoes, wearing red to an event like this is definitely making a statement, especially with the very red carpet. But I think that she did just a fabulous job. Yes. The sparkles relate back to, the ruby slipper. And of course, we're from Wisconsin. We have that Badger pride. So it was kind of fun
Yeah.
to see that represented on the Oscars red carpet too. And
For
then
sure.
some of the awards were very, very exciting, including this year, the winner for Best Animated Film was Flow, which is a film from Latvia. And it's a silent film, and it was made with a completely free animation software.
Yes.
Which is something that I think is really crazy because Disney was winning it for so many years with their animated films. In the past 3 years, they just haven't won.
Yeah.
But I think it's really cool that this was a film from Latvia as well.
For sure, yeah.
You know, getting a little foreign film action in there. And then, of course, we have to talk about the final
Yes.
outfit on our thing, which is Timothée Chalamet's outfit. And he also has been having quite the year with his relationship with one of the Kardashians. No? Yes?
I don't know.
Okay.
You could be right. Honestly, I don't look at things a lot with
Yeah.
celebrities, so I could just be completely out of the loop.
If I remember correctly, he's dating a Kardashian, and then the Bob Dylan movie
Yes.
that he's been a part of.
Yes, and I remember hearing a lot that he spent, years getting into that role. I remember seeing that, like, he was learning to play guitar, he was learning to play harmonica. Like, I read that he worked with a coach for, like, 5 years to learn how to play that.
Oh my goodness.
And, he worked with a vocal coach, like, every day. Like, he spent a lot of time really getting himself into this role. And it was kind of sad to see. I'm pretty sure that the movie didn't get any awards, or Timothée Chalamet himself didn't get one. So it was kind of sad when an actor spends that much time of their life putting in a movie and to not get that outcome. But
I think Timothée Chalamet, though, did get a pretty
Yes.
special moment with our favorite outfit of the night,
yes,
the one and only Adam Sandler,
yes.
who came in with his stunning basketball shorts and sweatshirt. I mean,
It was definitely a funny moment. I can't remember who the host was. I know it was another comedian, but he kind of picked on Adam Sandler for his outfit. Just, Adam Sandler being Adam Sandler, not dressing up at all, which stay true to himself.
Yep.
But it was very funny because he made a whole Adam Sandler deal, which I will say, watching the video, it seemed like it was just literally straight out of an Adam Sandler movie. Like, the way that he reacted, being like, "You called me out in front of all my peers," which was funny. I remember when he was walking out, he was like inviting people for a 5v5 basketball game, which was also kind of funny.
I mean, who wouldn't want to play 5v5 basketball after winning the Oscars or attending the Oscars? I mean, not everyone was dressed like Adam Sandler was for it, but hey,
Yeah.
win some, lose some, have fun.
Yeah.
Right?
And then another thing we want to talk about was his little joke with Timothée Chalamet, which actually started at the Golden Globes. Nikki Glasser, who was the host, brought up saying that Chalamet sounded like it'd be something that Adam Sandler would say, and they just kind of rolled with it again. So before he left the venue, he went up to Timothée Chalamet in his yellow suit and just kind of shook him. He actually gave him a kiss on the head too, which was kind of funny. And he just yelled Chalamet in his ear and then walked out.
I mean, in true Adam Sandler fashion, they're really, I don't know if they script these or not, but I don't think that he is any different, whether he is being scripted or not. And I think that just proved it, Sunday night, where he wasn't even filming a movie and he just was who he is. And, I mean, how can you not love an Adam Sandler movie and Adam Sandler himself?
For sure, yeah.
Well, that's all that we have for you tonight.
Join us next week for your latest news, updates, and weather.
Make sure to check us out on mytv10.uwec.edu and at UWEC-TV10 on Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. I'm Elizabeth Lindahl.
And I'm Samantha Burnett. Thank you and good night.